Good evening, good morning, good very morning to Fanny. It's Jessica. I know you're trying to join your Twitch. We are on now. We were talking about geography, actually, and how, like, anybody that knows me, they're like, look, are you going to talk about pricing? You're kidding me? You're ridiculous. It's like I'm the last person in the world to be talking about pricing. So today, I am not here as a financial advisor, and everybody that knows me knows why. I am here as a body language expert that believes that our body somehow can help us figure out the exact amount that we need to charge for us to be happy and feel that we get the amount of money for the value that we create in our client's life. So no financial advice. We are studying together. Nazanin, do you know like pricing strategies and stuff?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I looked into it.
Don't tell me like you're a financial advisor or something, okay? Because I'm gonna have you do the whole thing.
No, but not for the pricing for my private stuff and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I looked. I did some calculation. There was an Excel involved and business plan and stuff.
Super cool. So today I was reading yesterday, and the day before. I was like, okay, I gotta catch up on something. So I was reading Confessions of the Pricing Man, Pricing with Confidence, and a lot of good stuff in there. So let's get into pricing strategies, and we'll see which one apply to you, to me, and we will study together. If you fall asleep, just be like, look, just let's go on with the body language because I can't take any more pricing strategies, please. Nathaniel, let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Different pricing strategies. Da, 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 da. That's a lot. I was like, are there really that many pricing strategies? There are. We'll just go through them and I will kind of like read as well as I can, pretending that I know a little about this. It's just an introduction to be aware of how you price your services and to be more curious about how we can get really that balance between what I think I'm worth, what I think my service is worth, and what the client has to pay. So it's like a win-win. The client should truly believe that they get more service than that they pay for, and you should get paid what you feel that you're worth. So, hello, Linda. Linda, I was just saying that anybody that knows me, they're like, look at pricing strategies. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous. So, first 20 minutes, 30 minutes, we're going to study pricing strategies together. How does that sound? Sounds good, right? Like, look at this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And these are just some of the strategies. I was like, what? That many strategies? Yes. So, of course, Linda, we start with the penetrating strategy. And who wants to read? Nazanin, would you read what the penetrating pricing is? Linda, if there will there ever be like one time where you're not going to eat? I'm just asking, because it's like you make me hungry every time, and I don't have any snacks with me.
I didn't think you could see me. Sorry.
Oh, well, yeah. I see everything. Even if you have your camera off, I can see you. Just kidding.
Sorry about that.
Okay, if you might feel that I'm like in a really good mood, it's because coming out of quarantine is like freedom, etc., etc. Okay, Nazanin, over to you. If you can read the slide.
I can. So the penetrating pricing, we have prices set to penetrate the market, low price to secure high volumes, typical in mass market products, chocolate, bars, foodstuff, household goods, etc. Suitable for products with long anticipated life cycles, may be useful if launching into a new market.
Thank you. Hold on, girls, because I think there's something wrong with the live because I can't see us in the group. Hold on a second. I'll just check. No, we are live. So why are we not live in the group? Okay. Let's check that. Oh, there we are. There we are. Linda, it's like, I'm sorry. Okay. Serious pricing. Did you read everything, Nazir? Sorry, I was someone is asking a question. Did you? Okay, super. Moving forward. Penetrating prices. That's not for us, right? No, we don't need that. Market skimming. High price, low volumes. Skim the profit from the market, suitable for products that have short life cycles or which will face competition at some point in the future. That is, after a patent runs out. PlayStation, jewelry, digital technology, innovations, and first to market products. So if you're the first one to do something in your country, like being a Cameri consultant or being a PO, could apply to you, right?
Yep.
Interesting. Value pricing based on perceived value. Ba-da-da-da. That's my card. Just went out body yesterday. Value pricing. Nazanin, do you mind reading?
Value pricing. Price set in accordance with customer perception about the value of the product or service. Example included status product, exclusive products, or art pieces.
Can you think of like an example that you think that's not worth it, but there's lots of people that are willing to pay that price?
For me, it's modern art sometimes.
Okay, it's like for me as well. Can you hear like your voice right now, Zina, how important voice changes are? Because it just goes to show, like sometimes when we have a hard time saying something, larynx goes down. There my car went away. Loss leader, sold at cost or below to attract buyers. Gloria, do you want to read? I know you don't have your camera on if you want to read. Or Linda, between your muffin and your coffee.
Actually, they're keto chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Loss leader. Okay. Goods, services deliberately sold below cost to encourage sales elsewhere. Typical in supermarkets, for example, at Christmas, selling bottles of gin at 30 rupees, rand, euros, in the hope that people will be attracted to the store and buy other things. Purchases of other items more than cover loss on items sold. Example, free mobile phone when taking on contract package.
Guilty.
Taking on a contract, yeah. Gabish.
Guilty as charged. Like I did like a 36 months mobile subscription to get a new iPhone. No, it worked. It worked well. Okay, not suitable for us. Psychological pricing. Used to play on consumer perceptions. Classic example, 9.99 rupees instead of 10.99. It is incredible, right? How our brain works. Like it's incredible. One of my experiences when we changed from lire into euros was the difference between my perception of the Danish krona, like the money in Denmark, because before krona like seemed like a lot more to me, and now it seems like a lot less, because for me literally like 100 euros doesn't seem like 750 kronas. If I say 750 kronas to my brain, it's like that's a lot of money, and if I say 100 euros to my brain, that's not a lot of money. So it just goes to say that it's not rational. They do mess with our brain. Can we do psychological pricing? Can someone do psychological pricing? No. Linda, what do you say? 1 hour with Linda, with Linda, $9.99. No, I'm just kidding, of course.
You know, in Marks and Spencers in the UK, when I was growing up, every price was always 99. So 10.99, 15.99, and you fell for it every time because it was so.
Yeah.
And you'd
Well,
say,
yes.
how come it cost that much? Because it was all those extra ones.
Yeah. And you can't even, I mean, in Italy, it's not even, there's no such thing anymore. I mean, with the cent, so it doesn't make any sense. But there must be some psychological studies or brain studies. We'll check those out next time. So can't use that. Competitor pricing. In case of a price leader, rivals have difficulty in competing on price. Too high, they lose market share. Too low, the price leader match price and force smaller rival out of market. Compelled to follow pricing leads a rival where those rivals have a clear dominance of market share. Where competition is limited, going rate pricing may be applicable. Banks, petrol, supermarkets, electrical goods, you find very similar prices in all outlets. What do you think? I have been thinking ever since I chose this topic, because there's always, it doesn't matter if it's the vocal coaches that I train or POs or trainees or private clients, it's always such a tricky question, how much I should charge. And I was thinking a lot about like the standard think price for a PO or a Comeric consultant is probably anything from 40 euros to 80 euros, more or less. I haven't seen anybody that charge more than like $100, I think. And I was wondering, like, who decided that? Like, who decides what it's supposed to cost? Who decides why does it cost like 130 euros to go to a psychologist or the doctor? Even if I have a plumber, if I have a plumber coming to my home in Italy, 20 minutes, it's going to be not less than 100 euros, not less. And he might give me a little tube or whatever, fix that. I think it's really interesting to think a lot about, especially when we think about the service, the value that our services provide. I like the next one because it has the wolf. Predatory pricing. Linda, do you mind?
Yeah. Deliberate price cutting or offer of free gifts and products to force rivals, normally smaller and weaker, out of business or prevent new entrants. Flooding the market with cheap, often imported goods, anti-competitive and illegal if it can be proved.
Mm-hmm. Okay, girls.
Maybe not for us.
Thank you. Contribution pricing. I put this on twice because I don't understand anything. Like, Nazanin, would you mind reading it? Because that way maybe my brain is going to wrap itself around it. Because it's like, what?
Yes, I can. Contribution equals selling price minus variable direct cost. Price sets to ensure coverage of variable cost and a contribution to the fixed cost overhead. Similar in principle to cost plus pricing. Every product sold gives back a contribution toward covering the running costs of the business. Break-even analysis might be useful in such circumstances.
It's clear to everybody, right? So we can just slide on to the next one. Super clear. Cost plus pricing. The cost of the product plus markup is the selling price. You can do this by using a fixed percentage or a fixed markup. The advantage of this method is that you're able to calculate your expected profit very easily. The disadvantage is that it may be less or more than customers are willing to pay, and most importantly, some hidden costs may be forgotten. So the actual profit is less than you think, or even a loss. I like to ponder this because I do think sometimes in our business that we have to, like when you work with clients one-on-one, in somehow you get paid for that service. You're not making money unless you have like an online video course or something like that. So sometimes I do think we have to reflect upon the fact that there might be a week where we're not working. There might be more costs involved with something than we expect. There's a lot of costs with accounting, and it could be like Zoom nowadays when we switch into virtual tiding or virtual vocal lessons. So I do think we should give this some thought. Like, are there areas where I could have unexpected costs? Any thoughts, girls? Even you, Doria, even if you wanna ask or butt in or contribute.
Well, I think that nowadays you have to at least know your base cost to be sure that you think. And then most of us we're a one-man show, so you also have to calculate, what if I get sick? What if my child gets sick? What if I can work for a month or two for, I don't know, a pandemic? So I think you still have to have some kind of a minimum to have some kind of a secure base. And nowadays, as you said, we have Zoom to pay. Now for Instagram, you have Canva, you have to pay, and there's sort of a fixed cost that you have to be sure to cover for 1 or 2 months if you don't have any income. I think that's important.
That's very true, Nazin. And the question is like, how do we do it? I can't like be, I tell my clients, well, my session's 120 because I don't know if I'm gonna break my leg last year, and I'm not gonna be able to work. So we have to figure out a way to calculate that and take that into consideration. Linda, I can see your brain going like 200 miles per hour.
No, I'll tell you the one cost that I completely forgot to think about was travel to and from the client. I put in a figure if it was over 20 miles, but it's still a cost, isn't it?
And it's time, Linda.
Yeah, running your car and the time it takes you to get to that's the one cost that I didn't truly look at.
Like you thought it was going to be less than it was. So that's something too.
Yeah, well, I think, to be honest, I didn't really feel I had a great deal of choice over price. Because in this country, Abdo reckons about 35 pound an hour for organizers. So
general price, Linda, 35 pounds. What is that in euros? Like what, 45 or something?
Yeah.
It's more or less the same. Okay.
Yeah. So I sort of thought, and I looked at all of the people around me and what they were charging. But I got one interesting piece of advice from my cousin. She worked for, QVC. Do you know who they are?
No.
Okay, QVC is a television sales.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay, they're massive all over the world. Anyway, they did a massive amount of research, and they found out that women will spend, and it was something like £37.90, but this was a few years ago, without thinking. So they won't even worry about it. They'll just spend it.
Okay.
So I base my price on that. You know,
Yeah, but you charge an hour, right? Or how do you charge, Linda?
I charge an hour rate, but I did my hour rate as 39. And, you know, based on that figure, the QVC figure, because obviously it was a few years ago, so I thought 39 worked out well.
And does it?
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I haven't been going that long, but I am working, and I do have 2 paying clients.
That's awesome, Linda.
And 1 half paying client.
Price elasticity. Nazanin, do you mind reading?
Price elasticity. Price elasticity of demand is defined as the measure of responsiveness in the quantity demanded for commodity as a result of change in price of the same commodity. For example, a 4% rise in price would lead to sale falling by something more than 4%. Or a fall in price would lead to a rise in sale of something more than 9.
That's really what you were talking about, Linda, that they calculated that we're willing to spend that amount of money. So they'd rather set that price and sell more than set a higher price and sell like a lot less, right? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
I'm like, my brain is like, whoo, whoo. And here we go. So how much should I charge for my services? How much am I worth? How much value do I create? Should I charge hourly, packages, results? And going back to our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful subconscious, our wonderful subconscious never, never lies. So what do you say, girls? Let's open the box, standing up. You ready to figure out? We'll see. Let's just talk a little about, no, we'll do it after. Because I would love Linda to go into the havers and getters a little bit too. So when we figure out our price, then we can talk about how to pluck up the courage to charge that amount for the client and how we can help the client buy our services, especially when they really need it and we're selling something magical, using the different types. So Linda, can I ask you, like, honestly, let's say for me, I think until a couple of years ago, if someone had told me, Luga, you should charge, I had someone tell me, like, Luga, you should charge more for your vocal lessons. I charge 40 euros an hour. And so I was, oh, you should charge like 100 euros. There was no way. Like, I did not feel that I could charge 100 euros for a vocal lesson. I do that today. So it's about how much you think that hour is worth for the client, how much you can give to the client, how much value, how prepared you feel you are. And there's no judgment, like people that charge 20 euros for a vocal lesson, that's totally cool. But you should charge what you think you're worth, what you think you're giving your client, and not drive home. I've had that also with the KonMari clients that I drove home, like, that was a lot, especially in the beginning. That was a lot harder than I thought. I'm going to charge more. Like, it was a lot harder. I thought in the beginning I could do sessions every day. I can't. Like, I cannot physically do sessions every day. Can I ask Nancy how many sessions you do a week?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I haven't begun. I
Oh, yeah. Okay. You're right off. Sorry. Okay.
Yes.
We'll see. Then we'll talk about that later. What do you think, Linda? How many sessions? Like, if you had, I know you're in half lockdown and everything, but do you think you could do sessions every day? Realistically?
Well, I'm actually doing a rush job at the moment.
Yeah.
And it means daily sessions. So this week I will only have the only day I won't work this week will be Sunday. I'll work Saturday as well. And I'm doing really long days, like I did 8 hours today.
Wow.
But as I say, there's a real imperative to get it done. But it's a killer.
Okay.
It's absolute killer. And of course I do a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not just sitting there handing the person, I do sit and hand the person the clothes when but we've got to get her house sorted. We've got a deadline. So I'm doing a bit more, but today I mean, it's just exhausting.
Yes. Okay. And she's not young, right? If I don't remember.
No, this is someone different. This is another person.
Oh, but you're amazing, Linda. Congratulations. You're amazing. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, no, this was a church group.
Oh, that one.
Contacted me. No, I don't know the church, a completely different one. They just contacted me, and one of their people, I mean, this is confidential, but they have to have their house cleaned in a week. No, but you know what I mean? They have to have their house cleaned.
Okay. And did you change your price, Linda, since it was like
no, you see, this is where I said I'm half getting paid.
Okay.
Because they said they had £500. So this is what I said to the girl. It was really funny. I said, well, that's a start. I'll take that. I said, and if you can raise any more money.
Well, but as I know you, Linda, hi, Jessica, that's good, right? That is moving forward from where we used to be with having trouble asking for money.
It's unbelievable. I don't know what you did to me, Luria, but I'm like a different person.
Well, we're going to do the same thing. Hi, Jessica. Welcome. Jessica, I have such a hard time when I see you because I totally want to start singing ABBA. I'm sorry about that, but it's just like, I just want to hear the dancing queen. Yeah, I know it's like a cliche, total cliche, but I'm from Denmark, so I can do it without offending you, right?
Yes,
and for me, it's a huge compliment, actually. So,
thank you.
Okay.
And I've been listening to you on Twitch again.
Oh yeah, it was up. It was just because I was a little late today.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. So what we can do, what can we ask our body? I would like for you to jot down the minimum amount. Let's say Luga has to do 1 hour, because if you're a teacher, a coach, and you don't have a product yet, which is what everybody kind of like suggests, to have like a selling product that you can sell when you're sleeping. But until we get that product that's going to buy us the Ferrari or whatever makes sense for us, we do charge an hour. Jessica, do you charge by the hour too, or like in packages, whatever? But we're one person that gets paid for something that we go out and do. That goes for you too.
I signed my first training client today, so I have not thought about that. I'm in the thinking process yet, but for her, I said that it's energy exchange rather, that I rely on her and she should rely on me. But I told her also to not spread the word around our community that I did this without a charge.
Okay.
And she was fine with that. She totally understood.
Yes, and I think there's a huge difference when you're starting out. I mean, I have vocal coaches too that will charge less in the beginning while they're doing the training, and then when they get certified at the end of the 2 years, they have a set price, which makes total sense. Because if somebody's like, I've been doing it for 20 years, you have to be really good if you want to charge the same. You can do it though, if you think you're worth it. Let's write down like the minimum an hour after any kind of, if you're doing, like coaching or trying to be a consultant or anything, like after your certification process, what is the minimum amount that you want to charge? An hour. Let's just take hour. and write that down. And we can be totally honest. And if I had a pen, I would write it down too. I'll use this.
With or without VAT?
Sorry, Nazanin, with or without?
Should we, the VAT? You know, so the price that the client would pay, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You have to earn a significant amount to charge VAT in the UK. It's not automatic.
Yeah, in Germany, it's the same. Like you have to have a minimum, but still, if you can do it. And for me, it was like I want to do it because I want to have that goal in front of me. Say, okay, I'm going to reach it.
In Italy, and everybody's watching Luga's lovely body language, you can have a VAT number without paying VAT. So it's like it's called minimum VAT number, which makes it a lot easier. It's a lot easier, but you can't deduct anything. Like can't deduct expenses from taxes. So you have to see if it's worth it or not. I'm thinking about changing because it's like there's a lot of cost. But let's write down minimum what we want an hour. You want to share? You can share in the chat too, and I'll just say it anonymously. Can you see the chat on? No, we can't. Do you want to write it in the chat? You can also write it like to me. Fanny, are you alive? Did I bore you to death with pricing strategies?
Yes, I'm alive.
Okay.
She looks like a snowman. She looks like, what's the snowman from the film? You know, the film about the snow.
Everybody live on Twitch, on YouTube, could you please add in the chat box for Linda, what's the snowman from the film and your favorite and your favorite ABBA song? We want your favorite ABBA song because everybody has a favorite ABBA song. True or not true? The snowman from what movie, Linda?
Frozen.
Oh, Olaf? Olaf? Ja, det är Olaf. Det är det där. Ja, det är Rafaela. Det är, I cannot say. Okay, so 45 euros, 100 euros, that's a minimum. Okay, and now we're going to write what would make us like, I don't want to earn less than 42 euros, but actually I have charged some clients, yes, less. And some says 50. 50 is good.
I'm on my phone, so I'm afraid I don't know how to write on it. But the truth is, I mean, I'm charging £39, but I have actually, I am working for free. So, and I'm also working for £50 a day.
Yeah, well, but you're not certified yet, right, Linda? So we can use that.
Of course I am, you cheeky bugger. I am certified.
Oh, you're green. What are you? Green, bronze?
No, I'm bronze. I'm bronze.
Okay, then we have to make up another excuse, which would be like you're in lockdown, right? And you have been for 2 years. And then we got to stop doing that thing. Okay, and now let's put down a figure. That's like I'm driving to my client and I'm doing 5 hours and I'm getting like the pay. I would be like, wow. You know what? We talked about it last week. What's the price of mental peace? Let's say you save your client that half hour a day looking for stuff. Half an hour, minimum wage, like let's say 5 euros, just to be like really, 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 really low. Or let's say 10 euros. That's 300 euros a month worth of time for your client. Let's put on, what was it, 37 pounds, Linda, that people spend without thinking about it, and women will spend. And they spend that like, let's say just once a month. That's another 50. So that's 350 euros a month that you're saving your client in time and money spent. How much is an argument about where your soccer shoes are, where your kids' soccer shoes are? How much is it worth? Like not having an argument energetically. I have no idea. But if I could go back and change it, it would be worth a lot for me, like a lot. because I think a lot of the reasons why people leave each other's are petty little arguments about just stupid stuff. Linda, you can speak whenever you want. You can eat and speak whenever you want.
No, half of the thing I want to do is, I mean, I'm nearly 60, so I've known a lot of young mums over the years, and I've seen marriages fall apart. You know, often women, I'm sorry, it's often women allow children to enter every space in a home and take it over. People who have children who are in some way, you know, have learning difficulties, you know, they allow the children to take it, and they lose their sense of space, and their homes become very chaotic. So that they're the people I really would like to help. Yep.
It's true. It's true. And the thing is that if I'm like, if our kids were happier, if like the youth of today, and I see a lot of young people through my work as a vocal coach, like a lot. If we could say like the young people from whatever, from 12 to 18 to 90 to 20, if they were happier, treating them that way, it would make sense, but they are not. Like I think in Denmark, I think it's 3 out of 4 young people, they feel alone. 3 out of 4. That's crazy. So good for you, Linda. And it's going to make a difference for sure. It's just to say that in a year, like the amount of time and arguments and peace of mind that we save the client is, I think is worth a lot. And we're a one-time thing, hopefully. We're not a hairdresser, you know, or as a vocal coach, I am, but I don't want people to be studying with me for years and years and years. I want them to get where they want to be and have that career as a singer or as a vocal coach that they wish. So let's write down, like, what would I really like to earn? And how much, like, so how much would be like, oh, super cool. Like 300 euros an hour. Cool. 400 is like, no, look, that's way too much. You can't charge that. So what's your limit? Like what would be like really cool? And if you think about, it's a total killer. It's a killer. It's a killer. I tell you, what did you say, boy? Okay. So 150 would be like, whoa, yay. And we're already calculating how many hours we need to do per week, right? Anybody else? Someone says 150, yay. So let's just decide that a consultant fee is 150. What we talked about last week is that a consultant should save their client almost the same amount as we charge. And we do. We literally do. As a vocal coach, using the system that I do, I like it. I see a number that is 325. We can give them a discount. So 5 hours, 325, 1,500 a day. How much does that even make in a week? That I can almost buy the Ferrari, Jessica. Yeah.
But I don't know about you, but I actually think I am worth an awful lot more than £39 an hour.
So do I.
Yeah.
And I really mean that. Yeah. So let's stand up and see what is reasonable for our subconscious. And let's see what we can do on a subconscious level to get there. And this is something with our body, the subconscious. It's not what can I do to add, to create more value. I love Earl Nightingale, and I so suggest that you read all his books because they're just amazing. And he says, if you want your rewards, equal your service. So if you want more rewards, you should increase your services. But of course, you have to believe it too. I'm a senior product member in IT now. Oh, I like it. The people that are chatting, like, I love that. Oh, Good, good, good. Yeah, but it's all about making connections and having the right peers. We will stand up. Let's stand up.
Listen, I can't stand up because my phone won't allow me to.
Is it like shouting out, "Don't stand up, Linda. You will not." I don't have to, I don't have to be able to see you, Linda. You know the drill by now. Is it like the screen is not wide? That's what my phone tells me. The screen is not. We're very sorry. The screen is not wide enough for your image. That's what it tells me. All right. I'm holding my hands here like this, but you will hold your hands by your side. And you will count money with your right hand like this. If you're left-handed, you can stand it. Hey, Donna. Hey, Fanny. Oh, I can see palm trees out there. Fanny, just unmute and tell people where you live. Is it like privacy something? Can you? I don't mean the exact address.
I live in New Caledonia.
It's like you meet someone at the bar. It's like, where do you live? I live in New Caledonia.
It's like AKA
The
paradise.
city is Nouméa.
Oh, AKA paradise. Yeah, Nazani. Thank you. Okay, so you keep your hands by your side, by your thighs. Jessica, you know your hand, yes. And just count money. I'm just keeping it here to show you how to do it. And you count the money and you feel if your body moves forward or backwards. And if you wouldn't mind, turn over like 90 degrees so I can see you moving backwards and forward. So the body says yes, going forward, and the body says no, going backwards. So you just count the money and feel if you move backwards or forwards. And relax from your legs. That is super. And when you felt it, you use the other hand. You go with the left hand and you count the money the same way. And you just relax your shoulders, relax your body. Okay. And if you're not moving, if you don't feel it, just try to sense your body and don't think about feeling it, but just feel your body. Nazanin, are you okay?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I went back on the right and I went forward on the left.
Okay, so the hand that you move backwards with, you want to use that double tempo. You count the money double tempo until it moves forward. Penny, can you feel it? We have time. So just you just count money with your right hand until you feel that you move backwards. You can also do it like this, Penny. Just scratch yourself here. Yeah, that's super. Scratch, 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 and feel if you move forward or backwards. Some take a little more time than others, no problem. And if there's a mosquito in the room. Jessica, can you feel it? That is it. Okay, super funny. And then your left hand. Then your left hand, yeah. And if your right moves forward, your left moves backwards, normally at least. And you just count the money like this. Yeah, just like this. A little faster. Yeah, see? Yeah, I know it's kind of weird. I just talk about it like this because the others, they've already tried it. So I'm like, oh, it's just your innate body language when we're a kid. When a kid wants milk, first ever language we have is yes, I want milk. And when they're done, no, I don't want any more milk. So yes is forward and no. And you know it from yourself. Like if there's something you don't want, you don't move forward. And if there's something that's really, that's good, I want that, you move forward. So same thing. Okay. And I would like for you to mentally think about the, stretch. Think about the number that you wrote as your minimum hourly rate. And I want you to ask your body, is that reasonable for you? Yes, and it will go yes or no. Jessica, would you see? Yeah, so I can see you. That's super. Okay, thank you. So the hourly rate that I wrote on paper, is that, how do you feel about that, dear subconscious? That's a yes. So Jessica, you're okay with that, right? What about you, Fanny? I see it moving back, right? Okay, so there's not, your subconscious feel that you're definitely more worth than you wrote down. What about you, Nazani? And move forward. Okay, let's see. Linda, what about you?
I went back.
Surprise. Okay, and so let's take it to where, what would be the ideal hourly rate for me? So you ask, dear subconscious, what would you be really happy, satisfied, feel like it's a totally just return of money for the value that I create in my client's life? And you go up and you can say 60, 70, 80, 90. Jessica, you just go up until it says no, like until it's too much. Yeah, your subconscious is on fire.
I'm falling forward.
Yeah. And Fanny, you getting a number? Like what it would be happy with? Is it a lot different from the one you wrote, or is it like 10 euros more, $10 more?
I wrote 50 and then I moved backward for 100 or 110. So I would say my good number is maybe 90.
Okay, let's ask. I'll ask it. Okay, so you just look forward. Just look straight ahead, Fanny. Look straight ahead and relax. And I'm gonna say, dear subconscious, Fanny, subconscious is 90 like a good number for you? You feel that that is worth your time. And what about 80? How do you feel about 80? $80? Yes, it's okay. 70? 60? Yeah, 60, we're getting there. I was like, okay, that's super cool. What about you, Nazanin? Jessica, no, I want to know, Jessica, how far can you push it? Push it real good. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, we love that. I cannot wait for you to tell me that you're charging that. I think you should just charge it from tomorrow. Nazanin, what's your number?
I was at one. I went back at 160, so it was.
So you don't, and it's totally cool. You know, everybody is different. But if what I'm making is not what my subconscious wants, it's gonna make you pay. I can promise you that, Linda and Luger, because Linda and Luger, they're in a very nice little boat together. I don't know if you know that, Jessica, but it's a very nice Danish song. It will make you pay. Some, for example, musicians, they get, tunnel, carpal tunnel, what's it called in English?
Carpal tunnel syndrome.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it's a direct consequence, but when there's something that physically prevents you from going to work and you hate your work, or you're not satisfied with what you're getting paid, we should really think about it.
My back is itching.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's
because I thought about my current work. That's why I hate it.
Okay. Are you full-time, Nazani?
Unfortunately, yeah, and I have a 6 months notice. I quit, but I have a 6 months notice.
Okay.
So I have to keep on doing it until February.
Okay, and how are you gonna do it like without? How are you gonna do it happily, even though you have to do it?
I don't know. I'm just trying to see the positive side. I'm getting the money. I can do my business on this. I still have some time to make my business on the side, and yeah, it gives me
You
some
feel
kind of
that, I mean,
security.
like trying to see what you can do for your subconscious to be able to do it well.
Mm. What do you mean?
We'll do it after. We'll do it after the live. Okay. So now we all have a number. And homework for next time is think about how can I justify, I don't know if that's the correct word, but how can I justify that I charge that amount? What is special about me? What you can't justify it. It's just like
No, you have to motivate, not justify, motivate.
so the right word is motivate. How can I motivate for me? I mean, for me now, for the client is a different thing. Homework. So let's think about that. How can I motivate? And for me, it's also justify. And I think, Jessica, if I'm seeing you like that, I don't know, because I don't know you, but I would definitely go for like a Saturn type, and that's all I'm going to say. So for me, it's motivate. Linda, what word would you use? Like I sit down, I talk to myself, and I have to
No, persuade.
convince. Yeah, I got convinced. Exactly. Yeah. All right. Let's think about that for next time. Plus, come up with really great ideas for what can I add to my service. Am I really good at following up? Am I really good at reading the client's body language? Can I make them work faster? What is my niche? What is my specialty? Why do I charge? If all POs or all vocal coaches or all consultants or all coaches or performers, even performers, there's like in Italy, if you go sing to a wedding, it might be 200, 300 euros. So if I charge 400, I have to have something to justify that I charge that. So let's think about that. Linda, do you have a great idea? I can see.
No. I am thinking. I think the problem I have is that I think after the event, people realize how brilliant we are.
But they would have paid more. I love it. I love it. I love that. I love that. That goes for singers too. If you're a singer or you're a vocal coach and it's like, oh, you know what? I got your voice back on track in 6 months after you've tried 5 different vocal coaches that didn't tell you anything. It's the exact same thing. That is so important.
But isn't that why I'm a very convinced person that we should all use social media and stuff. And I wonder if it's also not but that's more to convince the customer. But I think if they see, if you're able to show on some kind of platform, it doesn't have to be social media, what you have done and what you can reach and stuff. And I think then the people are more willing to pay some kind of money if that's their ideal and that's what they want. So I think it's pretty easy not easy, but I think you can show that result to the new client somehow.
Yeah, that's true, Nazir, but not everybody is on social media, and not everybody is a social media person. I forgot something, and I think it was important, so I'm just going to stop and think. I love statistics, Linda. So like, am I a consultant or vocal coach or nurse certifier like Deborah was? Can I get statistics that say, like, I've had 26 clients, they have told me they saved this much time, these arguments, they didn't buy this stuff. I love statistics to present those to clients and be like, all the clients, do I have reviews on Google? I know that's why people call me for vocal lessons, because I have like whatever 50 reviews that are 5 stars. They don't know it's because I hypnotize them. They don't do the lesson at all. But that's a really great thing. Can I be like, take a look at my Google My Business, whatever. How can we make clients see what Linda said now in a more efficient way? Because I'm sure everybody, and if you're also watching, you have clients, you saved my life, you did this, you did that, before and after, people changing careers, changing jobs. I mean, it is magical. Or we could just decide that everybody charges 300 an hour and that's it.
But I mean, there's something to be said for having that incredible confidence. Because some people would actually look at your price and think, why is it so expensive? What is it that this person has got? But I'm not necessarily sure that they would always be the sort of person, the people you wanted to work with.
It's a lot of questions, and what you talked about also with the packages. So how do I package it? You go to McDonald's and it's like the tiny meal is $2 or whatever, and the big meal is $3.20. And I'm like, well, I want the big meal, just $1 more. It's like, but you spent $1 more for something that you don't really need. So there's that thing with the package in the middle that people will choose a package in the middle. But those are kind of like strategies. What I wish to do is like, how can I add those services so I can really feel that I do give people for 330 euros of value an hour? For someone, is it checklist? For me, it's not. For example, is it, I don't know, I solve the problems with the kids. We do the festival with the kids. In your case, Linda, let's really brainstorm it and think about it. Something in the chat. Any other comments? If not, I'll go into the getters and havers, because let's say we charge, let's do like whatever, medium, 150 an hour. Can we agree on that? For 5 hours? No, let's do it for me, like I'm watching 5 times 150, it's like 750 in a day. For me, for example, that would also mean that I can help someone that really doesn't have the money to pay for me. I know, more than one person that is like, they do charge more for people that they know can afford it, so they can do some pro bono stuff also.
Then they are using one of these strategies that you mentioned when they add extra.
Yes. What was it?
I was driving at the time. I couldn't read it, but I heard it. Cost plus pricing.
Eccolo. Found it. No, there it is. Interesting. So what's it going to take for me to ask that amount and not be scared of losing clients or being compared or asked why other people charge less?
Do you know what I think? I haven't been going that long, but as I get more experience and I realize how much we as KonMari consultants can do, and I think we are different from other organizers and declutterers, who I've done a lot of reading on different Facebook pages, just to see what people are saying and what people are doing. I do think the KonMari technique can transform someone's life in an incredibly short amount of time if they're prepared to put the effort in. And I think as I do that, get more and more experience with it, I will, sorry, I will be confident to actually say to someone, you know, I can change your life in a week. It's doable. If you're prepared to put in 8-hour days, we can change your life in a week. And I think that's what people will pay for.
Yes,
I think people would pay for that.
It's a great pitch, Linda, like a tagline. Think about it. Okay, I can change your life in a week. And how to transform that into your website or a flyer, or transform your life in a week.
How much you're willing to pay to transform your life in a week.
Yeah.
But I think it's also a matter of, and I'm saying that, but I think it's a matter of confidence. Like, I personally feel that that's the value I'm bringing on the table, and I don't know why I should be paying less. There might be someone paying, like, have a lower price, but is that person as good as I am? Like, I'm obviously a beginner at KonMari because I had my course for not even a week ago, but we also don't have to forget, and that's something I always say to everyone that is junior at anything, you're maybe a junior in that field, but we still are all senior in our life. We already had some kind of experience, so we're not completely blank persons, and I think that's also a value we bring. And I can help you, and I think that's important with yourself to say, you know what, that's the value I'm bringing on the table. It has to be paid. If someone, there are hairdressers that are charging 200 euro an hour, and people go there and happy. Why? Because at the end they say that their hair is pretty. So I think if you can, we have to have that self-confidence. And I know it's not easy because that's my weakness all the time, but I think it's because, and Linda said yourself, you know, like, you have seen how you can change. So it's just now a matter of going out there and say, you know what?
It's definitely true. And that's what made me think about, you know, who decided in the first place that from whatever 40 to 60 is the right amount to charge for a PO or for a consultant or for a vocal coach and so on. Let's take a look at Linda. I don't know, like, I know you're little and I get like, you know, what's it called? The song is I See Me Through Your Eyes. It's called, the one with the blue. It's an Avatar. He's the guy. What's the name of the movie?
You mean Avatar?
Oh, it's called Avatar. Oh, thank you.
Avatar.
Yeah. Yeah, like I see you, like you're normal you, and then you have like your avatar warrior or something on your flyer. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. We'll talk about that Saturday. Two different types of dystonia. Will you pronounce it for me, Linda, with your perfect?
Yeah, no, you said it beautifully. Dystonia.
Thank you. Because it sounds like a country to me. Like, it sounds like Estonia, but of course it's not. Dystonia is a movement disorder in which a person's muscles contract uncontrollably. The contraction causes the affected body part to twist involuntarily, resulting in repetitive movements or abnormal postures. Dystonia can affect one muscle, a muscle group, or the entire body. This is the definition. And we have two types of people, and we call them dystonics, of to have or to be, which sounds really weird in English, but it sounds weird in Italian too. These are the analogical disciplines of Stefano. Now I'm pronouncing it with a German accent. Stefano Benemeglio. Benemeglio actually means like good, but the better good or the higher good, the greater good. Clients that are dystonics of to have, they want to possess immediately. When they look at something, they don't have a long process that they reflect about it. They look at all the offers. want a discount. They, maybe they want to go buy a car, and they look at a couple of models, figure out if they want 4 doors, 5 doors, and so on, and then they want to go buy it. They're normally up, they're active, they talk, and they're extrovert. They blame other people for stuff that goes wrong. Never their fault. If only he, or if only she, or if only they, then I. And they like soft sounds. And they like if something is easy. So when I do want to go charge that amount, I want to figure out if I have either one of them in front of me, because then I can present them with whatever they want. If they want the festival to be easy, or they want it to be difficult, and if they want it fast, or if they want it in a while. The dystonics of to be, column longers and getters. Verb to be, they use the verb also. I am, and the other one uses I have. They need to desire. Their role is more down, more passive. These are macro categories, not as specific as the types, especially with down and up. They blame themselves. It's my fault. I'm not tidy, or I'm so shy. I don't know how to go on stage. I know everybody tells me that I sing well, but I can't do it. And I just, doesn't matter how many boxes I buy, I'm always messy, and everybody tells me, and they're right, and so on. They like hard riff. Riff is a Norwegian yogurt. Very nice. and if they do tasks, they like it difficult. And difficult is how do you say Finlandish? Finnish for difficult. How to recognize your client's type. So they tend to blame others, as we did. So when you talk with them, you interview them, or you chat with them at the bar or at a dinner, you listen to what they're saying. Who are they blaming? Who are they talking about? Because we don't do this, of course. We're perfect human beings that do not blame anybody, neither ourselves nor others. Yes. And we also believe in Santa Claus, but that's another topic. Those responsible for inefficiencies and uncomfortable states are the others: collaborators, parents, relatives, superiors, inferiors. When they talk about their job, it's the boss's fault, or someone at the job. If I only had a better secretary, or if I had a better assistant, or my team, or this or that. States of discomfort that cause limitations are treated as external spot. I have anxiety rather than I am anxious. I have problems, like the others might say I am the problem. They make me depressed, it's their fault. Linda, what you were talking about, sometimes mothers, unfortunately, guilty as charged, can blame their states on the kids. The dystonics tend to blame others, themselves, sorry. And it might not be their fault. I mean, nothing is only one person's fault, right? When we're in a relationship or at the job. They will attribute difficulties. Nazini, do you mind reading?
They will attribute difficulties in their life to themselves, and they feel responsible for their limitation and capacities and inefficiencies. They feel guilty. Negative states see them in some way innervated within themselves, and they tend to identify with their limitation. I'm depressed.
RRC Consulting. Okay. Tools to recognize getters. Jessica, would you mind reading?
Choose to recognize getters, to have. Use the verb to have. Blame others. Roll up, active. Like free gifts, like compliments, like it if it's easy.
Exactly. And the others?
Me too.
Yes, please.
Yep. To recognize longers, to be. Use the verb to be, likes, discounts, blame themselves, roll down passive. Roll down? Oh, roll down passive. Yeah. Does not like compliments. Oh, likes if it's difficult. I know who I am.
You do? Which one? Which one? Then we'll check it right away.
I'm the first one.
You're the first one.
Does not like compliments. Who's that?
No, we talked about it in the private training that people, couples, if they knew this, if people knew this, a lot of problems could be avoided. Because we were like, this, I don't know, either one of the partners like, oh, I want to go on vacation. And you think about it. And the partner comes home, it's like, I booked our vacation this and this week, this and this place. It's like, what? We haven't even talked about it. Yeah, but you told me I could, I should take care of it. And the other person meant, okay, take home brochures, go online, check out different places. Like, no, let's just get it done and get out, and that's it. So let's see, Jessica, if you don't mind standing up, we'll see if, but of course, you know yourself very well. So probably true. And Linda, do you remember what is the rule? If you have the analogical type, shield, sword, and crown, what is the rule to figure out, like knowing, even though you haven't done the test, if there's a haver or getter? Well, we're going to repeat Saturday. That is for sure. Over and over again. After 8 hours of tiding, it's like, look, my brain is not even on. Just be happy I'm here. I am. Okay, Jessica. So turn over to the, yes, that way. And Nazanin, would you mind giving Jessica a compliment? Any first thing comes to mind?
I love your haircut.
So she was right. Okay, and I'll make a soft sound. Let me know if you can hear it, though. Hold on, I'll change the audio setting. Okay, and I'll make a hard sound. Okay, very good. And Linda, do you want to say something? You say easy. Oh, it's so easy. It's so easy. The body language course, it's so easy, Jessica. It's easy peasy. It's just, okay, Jessica, super cool. You know yourself. Nazanin, do you want to check out your type? I'm not really sure. And so the rule, why Nazanin gets up, the rule is that if you're a sword, if these two symbols, if they can be on the same person, you're a to be. And if they can't, you're a have. That's this one. If someone, hold on, is a shield and they're hooked by the sword, these two things, that is a pizza and a sausage. You can't have pizza with sausage. They're to have. Okay, so Nazanin, just Jessica, would you mind paying her a compliment? Oh, Fanny's saying I don't like compliments. No, me neither. So you're probably a to be.
I think you are so interesting to listen to, and your voice is fantastic.
It went back.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of knowing body language, because everybody tells you that it's good giving compliments, right? But if it's to be, they don't want. If you want to get their attention, if you want to hook them to your service, to your person, or you want to pick them up at the bar,
good luck.
That is not going to work. It's not going to work. It's like Nazanin, you come online and you're like, you have like a, what is it? It looks like you're going to the gym in that thing. I'm the same as you. Okay, that's why I can do it. Okay, make a soft sound, Linda.
A soft sound?
Mhm.
I don't know I can.
Like a
Nazine,
little lullaby.
yeah. Nazine, what do you think of being a KonMari consultant in training?
Just make a sound, Linda, like,
Oh, you want me to get this?
But her voice is already. I went forward.
yeah, but
I
the
I
to
agree
be,
with
they like,
myself.
they actually like hard sounds, but it's probably because Linda does have a little twang. Hold on, I'll change. I have to change my audio settings. Okay. It's too hard. I don't like that. Nazanin, we have to go. Okay, let's just say, okay, Nazanin, let's do this. Let's do. Oh my gosh, Nazanin, you're not certified yet, right? It's so difficult. The exam is crazy difficult. It's really, you really have to get down and study. Yeah, but maybe you're not. Nazanin, did we do the test? Did you do the test?
Mm-mm.
No, you didn't, right? No.
The what with the hand?
Yeah.
I
No,
didn't
the
really
one with the analogical types, the shield, the sword. No. Okay. Then just look at me.
Hold on. Should I sit or not?
No,
Oh.
should stand up. And just feel like if you're moving forwards or backwards.
Back.
Hold on.
Then I go forward.
Wow.
Cup of tea.
A cup of tea. I want a cup of tea.
Yes, please. With a bit of milk.
A drop of milk.
That's a haver. It's typical the haver. Like, so I want a tea too, but the haver is like with a bit of milk. Super example. And last one, as in just feel if you move forwards or backwards.
Backward.
Okay. So that this is your type. So
Okay.
perfect. Perfect. What do we have in store here? Linda, you already know. So how do I navigate this tool? So whenever you are with clients, if you want to figure out if they, you can hear it. You can hear if they tend to talk a lot or they tend to listen a lot. If you have trouble, if they talk and talk and talk and talk, they're up. Give them a compliment. That's why it's always best to do first initial talk on Zoom, of course, because we want to watch all the signs of yes and no too. Who do they blame? Do they like a free gift? And do they like discounts? So the free gift is the haver. Jessica, can you relate to that? Like if you go on, like, I don't know, Douglas.com, and it's like you can get a little tiny Dolce Gabbana bag with a perfume that you have to buy. I want it. I don't even care about the perfume. I just want the bag. Whereas they like discounts. That's why the supermarket is always both. And of course, you watch the scratches, the iconic signs.
What does that mean?
Haha. That's another chapter for next time. No, or Linda, do you want to go through them? No. What time do you have to get up? Like, we'll do them next time, Jessica. Oh, we're actually doing Saturday morning if you want to join. I'll send it to you.
Although just backtrack a sec, Loga, scratching the top of your arm from your elbow down. What's that?
What? No, I love how you say my name. Thank you, Linda. I know it takes an effort, like, oh, God.
Okay, scratching your arm from the elbow down to the wrist on the top. What's that?
It's mosquito bite, allergy, or career, auto-realization, like something that they didn't manage to finish, like a university study, course, certification. Did your client do that?
Yeah, she did it today. And the problem is, you know, I really tried.
Linda, we have no problems. I already told you.
I try and look at body language, but like, there's like so much going on. And then they start scratching. You think, shit, what was that?
So what you do, you breathe and you have a backup question ready, right? You always have that question ready. So what were you talking about when she did it?
Well, to be honest, I don't know. I really don't know. And this was like 6-7 hours in.
Oh, I don't know how you do 8 hours. I really admire you. I mean that.
To be honest, it's this is a really well, I say unusual. This is a really difficult situation, and we've got a week.
Yes,
she
of course.
told me-
It's a marathon. It's a killer.
It's well, actually intriguing. I'm wondering. I think she's definitely a longer.
Okay.
She blames herself. She's quite passive. Her music tastes are a bit harder than mine.
Okay. And do you know if she's a shield or a sword?
No, she's a shield. I think she's a shield. I think she's a shield. She acts like a shield. She's very submissive.
Protective, okay. Collaborative.
Well, she's not really very protective. I didn't think she appeared very, you know, to her kids. She wasn't like really, she was lovey-dovey, but not really. So I don't know if she's masquerading as a shield.
Okay. Oh yeah, but it's not always easy. You have to look well for it. So just for practice's sake, let's say Oscar, my son, got accepted into university in Denmark today.
Mummy's not happy.
No, I don't want to. Yeah, mommy's not too happy. And what is the question? So where do you want to go?
Okay, but I don't ask you how.
Let's say you don't know me. Okay, let's say you don't know Luge, and I'm like, my son got accepted into university today, and I could be a potential client.
How do you feel about that?
It's a little too early, Jessica. You don't know me. You wouldn't say like, oh, how do you feel about that? It was like, none of your business. No, you would. It's just a little too early. Hello?
No. You see, the problem is I've realized lately that I often read signs in people, and I don't want to go there.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I'm thinking, oh my God, this is emotional. Do I want to go there? You know?
Okay, let's turn this around and be like, you're charging what Jessica's charging, 350 euros an hour. Do you want to go there? 5 hours?
If she wants.
No. Okay, but it's very interesting, Linda, because you already said it once. Yeah. Okay, Nazanin, over to you. What would you say? So you know that this is career. This is can you say self-development, whatever. This is pain. So kids, they do like, and adults, they do this. Or you can say, Jessica, you can try. We want to try again?
How do you feel about it?
That is so typical a hammer. It's just, oh, I love it. It's like, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. You know? Nobody's going to tell me what to say. Oh, it's so wonderful. I love it. Oh, and there you go. How a type screws us up. So you can't say that online, right? Just I have 2 words this week that I can't say. Jessica, try a different question, because for some people it's going to be a little too much. Like for me, see?
I don't know. Actually, I do say that when I meet family at school.
But let's say you don't know me at all. Like we're at a dinner table, and you said something about your kids. You have kids, right? If I don't remember wrong. Yeah.
I do.
And I say that about, my son just got accepted into university today.
So where would that be? Where is he going?
Oh, it's in Copenhagen.
Ah, have you been before?
Yes, I'm from Denmark.
Ah, okay. I'm sorry,
So-
I don't know any other questions.
First rule, Jessica and Nazanin, you talk about yourself. Oh, I remember when I used to go to university. It was awesome. Yeah, I used to go too, but then I had to stop because I had kids.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, there you go. And communication is open, and the way to maybe help her if he needs it, the Comeri Consulting, it's that's the way in. So if you don't know the person, first time you talk about yourself, what you used to do, and of course, for me it has to be true. But if you want to fake it until you make it, you can do that too. Like if you didn't go to university, you can talk about anything, and then you ask. If they then talk, then you ask. You start asking. So let's try it again. My son just got accepted into university. He's gonna move out. Oh. So this is the giveaway. This is something that I didn't finish, something that I wish I had done.
Actually, do you know what? My daughter went off to university. She went to York, and she was back 2 months later. we had 2 months.
And that is the way to do it if you want to cut your client off and you don't want to talk to her anymore. It's the perfect example.
I had to talk about myself. Anyway, she came back 2 months later, and she's never left since.
And this is the end of Free Thursdays. Thoughts on body language and voice mastery. Cute. No, I was kidding. Yeah, we can wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Any questions?
No, just thank you very much, Luga.
Yeah, you know what I was
Yeah,
thinking,
thank you.
Jessica? You know what I was thinking? That you can, if you rephrase it just a little bit, if you say, how does it make you feel? Because
Okay.
then it is the subject, so it's not how you feel. Oh, how does that make you feel? It's, the subject is just slightly different. So that could work. Homework. What was homework?
We have to figure out how to get people to pay us, or me, £80 an hour.
From everything from £80 to 350.
Yep.
And I think one of the most it's amazing because Linda, you said thank you, and I want to say thank you too, because every time I really do learn more than I give up. I know that. As what you said, Linda, I never thought about it. Like after the festival, if the client had realized what it would have entailed, they would definitely pay more if they knew all the benefits. So how can we really get them out there? How can we kill the myths of 30 books and that is just a folding method? I know we're getting there, but how can we like really, really push it? So it's something, so it is what we know it is. And I think there needs to be an avatar there somewhere in the flyer. And just so you know, I'm just going to take us off live streaming. So good night or good morning or have a great day. Have a great one, everybody. Scratch less and